on each of them in case one of them doesn't work. Okay, and then now we're gonna have the mode that we can change. So right now it's capture any full screen application, which right now it is not capturing. So what you can do is click and then do capture specific window, select the window, which in this case is going to be Hollow Knight, give it a second to load, and boom, we got our game capture on the screen. Now, if you're having problems with this, then what you can do is go back to any full screen application and then go into Hollow Knight. So what I'm gonna do is I hit OK, go back to Hollow Knight. And if you're having troubles capturing your game, I recommend going to the in-game settings. So I'm gonna go to Options, I'm gonna go to Video. And if you have the option, you should try playing in borderless or borderless full screen, borderless windowed, whatever. Usually borderless windowed is the best. Or if you're really having options, just play it in windowed mode like so, and you'll be able to capture it a lot better. So I have full screen. Full screen's been known to cause some issues, but let's see if this works. As you can see, full screen is working for me on the any full screen application, which is cool because then we don't have to go and redo this every time we play a new game. For example, if we use capture specific window, obviously if you're playing, let's say Call of Duty, it's gonna look for the Hollow Knight window and it's not Hollow Knight, it's Call of Duty. So you're gonna have to go in and change this again. It's really up to you, and sometimes they might give you issues like this, and every setup's gonna be different. But let's go with a different option in case you don't wanna use game capture. So I'm just gonna click on the game capture source, I'm gonna press the delete key, and then I'm gonna delete this, and we're gonna try using a display capture. So I'm gonna click on display capture, we'll leave it as display capture, hit OK, and you'll see that it captures our entire screen. However, this is my second monitor, so I have to change that. So I go to display, and then I'm gonna change it to my first monitor, which is the primary, and then you can see what I'd like to describe as hell. It's just a capture inside a capture inside a capture inside a capture, because I'm capturing my own screen, which is capturing that screen, so on and so forth. So yeah, display capture is great because that way it literally just captures everything on your screen. But that being said, if you have some sensitive information on your screen, you might not want to use this. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I say sensitive information, so don't act coy. So display capture is a really great capture method as well, but if it doesn't work for you or you just don't want to use it, we're gonna delete it and we're gonna add a window capture as our last option. So I'm gonna click window capture, okay, and you'll be able to do the same thing you did pretty much with the game capture. So we'll go to window, we'll go to, why is it not showing up? That's right, where we have to go back to Hollow Knight and change it back to borderless or windowed, because right now it's in full screen mode. So go to Hollow Knight, full screen off, we're gonna do borderless, that's fine, go back to OBS. Now we're gonna click on the window tab and we have to refresh it, so I'm gonna cancel, double click on window capture. We have Hollow Knight tab right here, except what the heck, it's not capturing Hollow Knight. Well, that's because sometimes you have to go to capture method right here, change it from automatic to Windows 10 and up. Why you have to do that? I don't know. What do I look like, a freaking nerd to you? So you have those three options at your disposal. So once you find the one that you like, you can hit OK and you're good to go. So obviously we have our gameplay, but now we want to add our webcam, right? You don't have to add a webcam, but a lot of people like having a webcam, including myself, since it helps you build a relationship with your audience a lot easier since they can see your emotions and see what the heck you actually look like. So I'm going to add a freaking webcam. So we're going to add a webcam by adding a new source. So plus button, then we're going to do video capture device. But the cool thing is, since we've already added a webcam before, we can click add existing here. We're gonna select webcam and then hit OK. Now this webcam is simply too freaking big. So what we're gonna do is drag the corner down to how we want it, probably right around here. And that looks pretty good. Now, if you want to crop your webcam because you think it's too long, which being too long has never really been a problem. But what you can do is hold the Alt key down on your keyboard and then drag the sides and you can crop it. But for this instance, I'm gonna leave it how it was before. So I'm gonna hit Control Z or Z if you're Canadian, and then Control Z again, and it's gonna undo everything I did. And now if you remember, we talked about owned and like how they had all that cool stuff. I'm gonna use one of their webcam overlays in case you guys bought anything earlier. And if you didn't buy anything earlier, that's totally fine. Or if you wanna buy something now, it's down in the description below. But just see how this works so you can understand how to do it in the future. So if I wanna add a webcam overlay, which I do, I'm gonna click add new source. If you're adding a static webcam overlay, because it doesn't move, you're gonna add an image. But I'm using an animated webcam overlay, so I'm gonna add a media source. So I'm just gonna call this webcam overlay, and then I'm gonna hit OK. And now I'm gonna hit the loop button because I want it to loop. And now we have to find that file. So I got the dark mode series package from owned earlier, so I'm gonna browse for it by clicking the browse button. I got the package right here, so I'm gonna double click. I'm gonna go to files. You can see it literally came with everything like Twitch profile, YouTube banner, intermission, starting soon, panels, animated alerts, sounds, all that jazz. But I just want the animated overlay for the webcam right now. So I'm going to go to that folder. Let me show you how to set up Botrix multi-chat messages so that way you can read your Twitch, Kick, and YouTube messages all in one place. Majority of you have been having issues with getting the YouTube chat to work, so make sure to watch all the way to the end so that way we can solve that issue. So the first thing that we'll do is go to Botrix, and then for our dock for our multiple output, name in the game now is waiting how long it's going to take Botrix to show up in your YouTube chat. Because when it connects, it'll send a chat in your YouTube chat saying, hey, we've successfully connected. So depending if this is your first time using it, chances are it can take up to 60 minutes. Or if you've turned it off and on, for example, if you went into your profile tab and selected your YouTube account with that green settings button under YouTube, and then you went to your chatbot and realized that the darn thing wasn't even on, then chances are it might take up to 60 minutes for it to connect. So make sure that chatbot is on. And then also, if you have a premium bot, you might need to turn it on and off as well. But chances are most of you guys probably don't have that. But like I said, YouTube can be very, very, very finicky. And I'm just as frustrated as you guys because I didn't make the damn thing. I'm just using it like you guys are. And this is what's worked for me. If you're having problems and you turn it off and on, just know it might take up to 60 minutes. But let's jump back to YouTube Studio and see what's going on. So it's been very finicky, and I'm just as frustrated as you guys because I didn't make the damn thing. I'm just using it like you guys are, and this is what's worked for me. If you're having problems and you turn it off and on, just know it might be live for about 17 seconds now, and the name in the game now is waiting how long it's going to take Botrix to show up in your YouTube chat. Because when it connects, it'll send a chat in your YouTube chat saying, hey, we've successfully connected. So depending if this is your first time using it, chances are it can take up to 60 minutes. Or if you've turned it off and on, for example, if you went into your profile tab and selected your YouTube account with that green settings button under YouTube, and then you went to your chatbot and realized that the darn thing wasn't even on, then chances are it might take up to 60 minutes for it to connect. So make sure that chatbot is on. And then also, if you have a premium bot, you might need to turn it on and off as well. But chances are most of you guys probably don't have that. But like I said, YouTube can be very, very, very finicky. And I'm just as frustrated as you guys because I didn't make the damn thing. I'm just using it like you guys are. And this is what's worked for me. If you're having problems and you turn it off and on, just know it might take up to 60 minutes. But let's jump back to YouTube Studio and see what's going on. So it's been roughly 2 minutes since we've connected. For me, Botrix usually takes about 2 to 10 minutes in order to join the chat, but usually it's around like the 3 to 5 minute mark. However, like I said, it can take up to an hour if this is your first time or you turn it on and off. So now we got to play the waiting game, and I'll fast forward this part for you guys. Just keep your fingers crossed for me. All right, so now you can see that our YouTube messages are showing up in the multi-chat. It did take a little while. I'd say it probably came in right around 7 or 8 minutes. So your mileage may vary. Really depends. It seems like it's kind of luck of the draw here. So let's go test all of the other platforms. I'm gonna send a message over on Kick. Let that one go through. I'm going to send a message over on Twitch. We're going to let that one go through. And then once again, we'll send a message through YouTube. You can see that Botrix has correctly joined the channel right there. So we're going to send in testing for YouTube. I spelled that wrong, but I'm going to leave that in the video. Just kidding. Send that one through. So let's go over to OBS. So now you can see we're testing for Kick, got that. Testing for Twitch, got that. Now YouTube just seems, there we go. YouTube seems to be on like a 5 to 10 second delay, but that's just YouTube chat normally. You're gonna have to be a little bit patient when it comes to YouTube. And if you guys are still having issues with the YouTube chat not showing up, join the Botrix Discord, which I'll leave linked in the description, and you can ask the community and moderators and they can help you out there. I know it's against Twitch TOS, but if you guys want to have your multi-chat appear on the screen, all you'll do is just copy that widget URL we made before for the dock, and then you just add a new source and then add a new browser source. We'll call it multi-chat or whatever you really want. It doesn't matter. And then you're going to paste in the URL, hit OK, and then put it here. and then your multi-chat will appear in this box. So let me go send some messages to show you. So now you can see we got Kick, Twitch, and YouTube all on the screen if you want, and on the side. And a quick little bonus tip for you guys is if you go to your profile on Botrix, you select each one little profile. So we'll start with YouTube, make sure that's selected. Then we'll go to Chatbot, and then we will go to the Modules tab. You can actually turn on your chat alerts. So when you get a follower, then it'll say, thank you for following and thank you for subscribing. You can click Setup. You can change the name. So for subscription, thank you for the follow on YouTube. So that way you know it was from YouTube. Confirm, yes. And you can go ahead and rinse and repeat that for your other profiles. So like, let's go to Kick settings, and then Chatbot, and then Modules, then Chat Alerts, and then Setup. Or you can just say, thank you for the Kick follow. And then you can rinse and repeat for all the other ones. So that way you know when you're getting alerts in the chat on your multi-chat. Now this can be a little finicky, so your mileage may vary. But watch this video to the side of me. It's gonna take your stream to the next. Your mileage may vary.